This will be my first time reviewing a game. One that is not popular, but it's one of my favorites on the N64. That is Excitebike 64. Just released today, August 30th on the Nintendo Switch online service. I wanted to review this game because I feel that Excitebike 64 hasn't received the attention it deserved over the years. The game supports up to 1 to 4 players and has support for the N64 expansion pack to play in high-res mode. Released in the US in May of 2000 and developed by Left Field Productions, who went on to also develop another good racing game called MTX Motor Tracks. I remember reading previews for Excitebike 64 in my issue of Nintendo Power. All the features, the special tracks, and unlockables. I couldn't wait to play this game. I like this game so much, I even bought the Japanese version here. I think the Japanese got the better box art for sure. What Excitebike 64 offers is a season mode, exhibition race, time trials, special tracks, and custom track. In season mode, you race on tracks varying from indoor supercross tracks to my favorite, the outdoor motocross tracks. Outdoor motocross features huge jumps, big obstacles, multiple paths, allowing you to navigate the best possible route to the finish line. I highly recommend running through the tutorial to understand how to best handle the bike controls for each track, as they become more difficult to ride through as you progress in season mode. Supercross offers a variety of indoor tracks from around the world, starting in Japan to Texas to Spain and finally Arizona. Supercross tracks are fun to play, but in my opinion, not as much fun as you'll have playing the motocross tracks. Before you head to a race, you have a selection of riders to choose from with varying abilities in jumping, landing, cornering, and turbo. Each rider also has their own signature stunt to pull off. And finally, you have the option to customize the color of the rider's gear and their bike. I recommend Sarah Sugar Hill and Jumping Jim Rivers among the other riders. Hill climb tests your skills to pass 3 stages traveling up unpredictable terrain. Reach the top under 2 minutes. You may have some trouble at first while trying to make it to the top, but it's still a lot of fun trying to beat the clock. This one is my favorite. I have to come back to the hill climb more than the other special tracks in the game. Trying to control the bike on the hill climb is more difficult than it seems, especially when you're trying for the best time. This one supports 1 to 2 players split screen. Stunt Course has you trying your best tricks out on an indoor track with many jumps around one long pile of dirt. Pull off bar hops, no-handers, and the cliffhanger. And don't forget that each rider has their own stunt to perform. Figure out the best route on the stunt course to pull off as many tricks as you can to get the best score. I crashed many times trying to pull off as many saran wraps before I landed. Stunt course is 1 to 2 players split screen. The track editor gives you a fair amount of pieces to create some nice indoor tracks only, using several types of jumps, turns, and straight pieces to complete your track. The Add User Piece option allows you to customize a jump, making it as low or as high as you want. I feel if there were more options in this editor, like an outdoor track and landscape options, I would have spent a lot more time here, but I'm happy the developers included it. Excite 3D is the original NES Excitebike in 3D. You have the option to play behind the rider or set the camera to the side like the original Excitebike. Fun to play for a while, but after playing it a few times, I'm back to the other stuff in the game. Original Excitebike. This is the NES version. This was a must to include in Excitebike 64, and I'm glad they did. Soccer. This one is fun with friends as it supports only 2 or 4 players. Ride your motorcycle using your turbo and everything else you've learned in the tutorial to help push the soccer ball to the goal. This one is a funny idea, but I like it. And last is the desert, where you race against other riders to put out 10 campfires. Follow the arrow at the bottom of the screen to each campfire. First one to put them all out wins. This one is single player only. While Excitebike 64 is an all-around fun game giving you more than just racing on different tracks, it has its problems like a lot of good games. These are minor, but they should be mentioned. This includes your rider getting stuck on the sides of the track at times. This can be very frustrating when you are close to winning a race and this happens. I'm not sure what's going on here, but when you make contact with the side of the track, it feels like a magnet is pulling you in, making it difficult to get off, causing you to lose precious time. And last is the other riders cutting you off and knocking you off your bike. Now I know this strategy is part of the original NES Excitebike game, but it just happens too often here and it really pisses me off when I'm doing well and this happens. But at least you can be as cheap as the AI and do the same to them. With all these small issues, I highly recommend this game for racing fans and casual gamers. It supports up to 4 players, so you'll have some fun with friends. Now that it's available on the Switch online service, I hope Excitebike 64 can be discovered and liked by so many others. Thanks for watching.